All right, so we're back with one pretty beat up sub. So now we advance to turn 6, right?
He is pummeled.
At least he can move this turn. Because it's an even number
Doesn't
turn.
matter.
No, I know.
He's on him.
So U-boat movement, right?
So this is where it gets interesting.
So from here, just real quickly, these are not boxes. So from here, if I move, I would be going to here.
Correct.
Right?
You just go there. Correct.
Okay.
And you'll notice if you look above that, above it, it actually has a dash land and some arrows that show that you move that.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
So it's interesting because I'll just share the decision I have. I could choose to run silent.
Right. Which makes it harder for him to find you.
Harder for him to find me, or I could keep diving.
2 more turns and you'll be below depth charge.
Which I'm diving, by the way.
You're gonna dive. If you can avoid getting too much damage this turn.
Yeah. It's really hard with a guy who has.
Well, if you can get to Lost 2, yeah, the expert
Lost 2 is better, but it doesn't mean he doesn't. It's still shocking how much.
I know. Well, they're just dropping big old explosives in the water with some vague idea where you are.
Exactly.
So. All right. So now we are on to ASW.
Yep. So step 1, I don't think there's anything in the escort movement because he's on me and there is nobody in the cleanup track. So it's what location?
So I'm going to get guys in both my locations.
Well, you at least have to check.
Well, I'm going to get
These could be false contacts because there's nobody in the patrol box and I've got the one guy out occupied. You're welcome.
So does it matter which does it matter which?
I think you're supposed to draw at random to figure out which one goes first.
All right. So 1 is on the left, 2 is on the right.
Yep.
So we're going to do the guy on the left first.
Yep.
So I right click him and choose escort and I get a false contact and I put this back before I draw again.
Yep. You put it back before you draw again.
Let's just draw that same one again. Nope. Oh my goodness.
All right, we both got somebody. So let's go make sure we follow this properly, right? You have to decide now, crash dive at this point in time. You don't know if he has radar or not.
Well, I'm definitely crash diving.
All right. And we know he's in the search box.
Oh, sorry. I should have put him in the search box, right? So I just crash dove, so I would have lost a tactical point and I'm at 30 meters.
Yep.
Okay. Seemed like I think crash diving is right. So now we draw the hidden captain and chess.
I think crash diving was a very wise.
Check for escort fit. So I'm going to draw.
So now you're going to be drawing on. Well, you can also draw the captain. Yep.
So he's nothing special.
He's not. Yep. He could have stuff on the other side.
Okay. He does nothing special when he's hidden.
I think it's right here. Yeah. So he was a C class. No, he's flower class. Which is C class.
It's C class, yeah. So basically on a 1 through a 4, he has radar. He does not have radar. So this is a guy we flip him because it doesn't say fit.
Correct.
So he doesn't have radar. Okay.
But notice if he finds you, he's dropping 6-2.
Jeez Louise. There's a reason this was a dangerous branch of the service. Okay.
Yep. So now we are
This is a very different experience from last time.
Yeah. So now we're on to the escort attack. So I don't think it matters which of us goes first.
Well, I think
so if you want to go first,
I think you don't fit this description because there's no escort in your search box.
Well, you're right. I don't.
So I'm doing this process. So
you're checking that. Yep.
And
the question is, does he find you?
And I'm in the acquire, so I'm looking at that box.
You're in the acquire.
He does.
We did.
So I go here and I choose alarm W.
Yep. Woo.
What?
And then you can draw the random card if you want.
Yeah, so this is a 1 to a 3?
1 to a 3. Yep.
1 again.
Wow.
So I'm not going to
That's
get
a real
I'm
bummer.
not going to get any time either.
And then you also hit the right mouse button and say homing.
Homing W, right?
Yep.
Wow.
A future version of the mod, I'm going to make it homing is going to do the alarm and the homing. It doesn't make sense to have to do both. And you know what? I say it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to know to just do homing, and it would do the alarm in both. But yeah.
So,
but you could make
you're done.
You could make the little menu thing say like do alarm and homing, for example.
Yep.
Or sonar versus radar or something, whatever. Okay. Anyway.
Yep. So you're done.
Yeah.
Now I'm drawing to see if he finds me. He is acquire, or he's homing on me now.
Yep.
So it's in this bottom.
Cool.
He failed again.
So he goes to lost.
So he's now lost contact 2. Come on.
Just flip.
Yeah. Oh, it is just flip. That's so funny.
Doesn't have
sitting
a state.
there trying to change its state.
Yeah. Doesn't
that's logical.
But now he drops 6 more depth charges on you.
No. We have to see. He very likely does, but if you recall, we go to the.
Oh, that's right. We got to draw twice.
This is the elite helmsman question. Where is that? 7.
Yeah.
So he draws 2,
and only one of them needs to have a green checkbox, a green check mark.
Yeah. By the way, I should have that.
You gonna draw, or you?
I am. Well, I don't mind you drawing. We got to remember though, when I did the damage checks and when I did the damage check, I could have checked to see how many.
Oh, you could have redrawn damage cards.
And I could have redrawn here too.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
Yep. There's no reason to go home with 3 tactical points. No. That's for sure. So now, unfortunately, I need 2 X's to not get attacked.
All right, you ready? No.
Nope. So he's attacking.
Okay.
Damn elite helmsman. So we got 6 of these again.
But you are at 120 and lost 2. So hopefully there's a few more bonus.
I'm at 90.
Or sorry, you're 90 and lost 2.
Yep. So first one is nothing.
Oh, you should.
I'm redrawing that.
Redraw that. Yeah. There you go.
Nothing.
You
got 3?
I got 3.
Nothing. 4. I'm redrawing that.
Yep.
Nothing. Number 5.
Oh,
God,
you got one more?
That's it. Yep. My last one. There are amount of tactical points. Medium. Damn it. So one more flooding.
That's not bad, actually, man. That damage card. That's a good.
That's all I got. Yeah.
Good little damage card.
Last one.
Nothing. All right, that was good. It was good to know.
Now you know why you want tactical points, by the way.
Oh my God. I wanted them last. Now I'm actually sad I didn't take that 5th one. Ooh.
God. 9 on the tactical points is a 0.
Got it.
Good to know.
Okay.
I actually had a to-do to add that. Apparently I did it
a while ago. Okay. So now.
So that's the end of the attack.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So now I get damage control.
Yep. So you're going to.
Attempt to contain flooding again.
You can do that with your
-1 guys. They succeeded.
Okay. And this button pops up when you get these cards with the shuffle, so you know to reshuffle.
Yep. So now I'm going to attempt to contain, or the flooding's contained. I'm going to attempt to move it back over to the O.
Yep.
So if you want to draw it while you're there?
Yeah, I'll do it. You succeeded.
So now I'm going to try to
prepare the hydrophone.
Do the hydrophone. Yep.
Failed.
So that stays heavily damaged. And by the way, I think I forgot to do the 1 through 10 to see if I was supposed to disengage.
No, you disengage only.
Only when I'm not no contact.
No level of contact. Yeah, you're a little ways away from doing that. The good news is that next turn you don't have to worry about depth charges.
Yep. Which one of the interesting tactics in this era of the war is get down here
and just keep the destroyer engaged.
Keep them occupied for the rest of the.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. That's it.
Oof.
So then we are back up to.
That was the damage phase. Yep.
So now we're on to turn 7.
So, U-boat movement.
You know, if this had been an even turn, we would have had to look up whether he follows me to that box, but it's not an even turn.
All right, so I moved
Well,
him.
I think I'm going to dive another 30.
I'm diving. By the way, I'll point out one quick thing for you. You notice over here on the surface chart, we have colors, 3 colors.
Mm-hmm.
There's also 3 symbols. The symbols are for people who are colorblind, so they know it's part of the crash. This is the crash depth check. Look at this ASW attack.
Yeah.
Like if you drew this card, you would have to be in this red zone.
Or the square.
To crush.
Yep.
To implode. Yep.
Yep.
So that's all there is to the implosion.
All right. So
I've moved. Notice how much worse our attack's going to be, considering we have 2 subs currently out.
We don't have. Well, I'm hoping to get away, or at least not suffer as many
depth charges,
because I don't have an elite helmsman to deal with. So now we're doing ASW moves. We're back to ASW.
So his marker goes down to 0,
and he moves on top of me.
And he goes on top of you. So now we are on the escort search that already contacted.
So now we check the ring around. We check this card, right?
Yeah, to see which of us. Yep.
See if we get any more. So I got another one. I got another possibility here.
Yeah.
We also drew here, but there's an escort there.
There's nothing up there. Yep. So you got a potential there. Okay, good. So now we drop down to checking if these guys continue to home in on us, right?
So do we?
And both of them have homing markers. I'm at lost contact too. So
you want to go first, or does it matter? Should we be drawing?
I don't think it. I mean, it only matters from the which card he gets.
Yeah,
I don't care.
You go first. You go first because you've been.
So he does not.
So he actually completely loses contact with you now, right?
He loses contact with me. Yep.
So that goes away. Does
the contact 2 goes to no contact. And I think if we look over here, if contact is lost, he goes to the patrol box.
That's kind of not perfect, but okay.
Oh, yeah, I didn't say I wanted them. I didn't go silent.
Yeah. All right, so then I'm going to draw.
Oops, is that what I wanted?
I'm going to draw under homing now as well, right? Wait,
correct. I'm trying to get my alarm marker gone.
So he failed. So what is that? That's a little different because he succeeded.
That's a lost contact. So hit the right mouse button on.
Oh, that's the same thing. Right.
Yeah, so hit the right mouse button on the homing and say lost contact.
All right.
But unfortunately, you still have somebody on you.
Yeah.
To drop depth charges.
Yes, but he only gets 1 pull.
He only gets 1 pull, correct. So what was it, 7? I'm lagging just a bit here. So.
All right, so I'm drawing 1 to see if he depth charges me.
Correct.
He does.
Which he does. And you can't repull.
Nope. I looked at that.
So
this is W, right?
He's lost contact. W boat.
I'm at
60 meters.
60 meters. And I got
draw that card again.
And I got 3. I didn't draw one yet. I got 3. I got 3 tactical points.
That's a light damage.
So I think I'm going to accept that.
I'm going to go and take that. Yep.
So one flooding and the deck gun.
Yep.
So W gets 1 flooding, so that's on the F.
Yep.
And then I get a light damage marker on the deck gun. right?
Correct. That's one.
You want to manage that?
Either way. That's also light damage.
I'm just gonna take it.
I think that's wise. That's
one more flooding.
Just flooding.
You say just
Oops.
flooding.
W will, right?
Yep.
Oh, no, that's right. This guy had contained.
Yeah, that was.
Yep. All right, third one. Good Lord.
That I'm not going to take.
Yep.
So I'm going to drop to 2 tactical points and get heavy damage instead.
Can you draw again, I wonder?
There would be no reason not to.
I don't know if you're allowed to.
Well, we checked this. Like, we checked the repull rules.
We checked the flotilla points.
Oh, that's true. Oh, we checked flotilla points. No, wait a minute. We checked the repulls on the... We checked... Oh, that was flotilla points. Right.
Oh, let's see. Where is that? ASW, even if worse.
All right. Okay. So we screwed that up. So technically what we should...
That is on page, by the way, 5.
So I'm going to give us our flotilla. I'm going to give us our flotilla points back. Even because, I mean, the good news is it didn't help us because we didn't change the result. But what I end up with is heavy damage.
Yeah, that's really a bummer.
4 flooding and another hit on the deck gun. So the deck gun
Holy
is
God.
probably destroyed.
4 flooding? Whew. You're in that eye.
I mean, how much likely is that, I mean, I don't know the deck very well. I mean, how much likely is it, should I be repulling that or should I just live with that?
I think I would repull that. That's a lot of flooding.
I'm down to 1 tactical point. 3. And the hydrophone. Not sure that I wouldn't have preferred the other one.
I agree. Wow.
Well, the lesson here is don't get found.
Wow.
This is really bad. All right, well, on to 4.
It is really bad.
Medium damage.
Wow.
I can't take that, so I'm going to have to change. I'm going to have to... I got to get lucky at some point, right?
Wow. Oh, hold on. You got to do the detonation, but now you know you're light next time.
Wait, what do you mean I got to do the detonation?
You got to do the detonation.
What is that?
You're repulling. I'm sorry. My bad. So you got it down to light. Yep.
One more
flooding and
a fire.
And a fire. Yep. Woohoo.
This sub's going down.
God.
This sub is going to be sunk.
There's only 2 more pulls, man. Only 2 more pulls.
Please. I've gotten damage on every pull. There you go. He's
heavy.
Gone. He's gone. I got no more repulls too.
Oh, hold on. Look at heavy.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Heavy damage on his periscope.
He's still dead.
You have little faith. Come on. Your crew can come through. They can do it, man.
At least the crew.
Last pull.
Crew's undamaged. I took 6 damage results on 6 pulls.
Yep. 1 more flooding. You're not dead yet.
Torpedo tube 3.
And 1 crew member's injured.
It's torpedo tube.
Oh my goodness.
That's about as bad a result as I think you can probably.
That was rough. All right.
Wow. Okay. This is going to be a very different.
Little different, like you said.
Yeah, a lot different.
So now the damage phase matters.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start with my bow dude and attempt to contain the flooding, right? Or should I do the fire first?
That's what I was because I am pretty sure if the fire is not contained, well, both of them need to get contained. So you need to contain them both.
Let's start.
So you choose.
Let's start with the fire.
Although this one only one more, I think you need to stop the flooding because otherwise you sink.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll try to stop the flooding first.
Now with that roll, so flooding's contained. Now the question is the fire contained? It is. Good. Well done.
No, please. Well, like one more hit and I'm sunk, so. Woo! Okay.
Yep. Wow.
All right. That's it. No, yeah, you're lost contact, so that's it.
Yeah, but I'm going to do my damage control.
Oh, you've got your damage control. Yeah, that's right. You can.
Yeah, so I'm going to do the hydrophone because this time in my movement.
Yeah.
So the -1 guy gets it. So he repairs it. It's down to medium.
Which means you can use it again, right?
I can use it again.
Yeah.
I'm going to. Golly, I'm just wondering these. I'm going to get torpedo tube 3 since it's lightly damaged.
Yep. You're still harboring thoughts of actually attacking. I appreciate your aggressiveness.
Thank you.
All I want to do is go home.
He's back.
Yep.
Wow.
And that's it, right?
And that is the end of turn 7. So you want to try to do one more here and see?
Let's do at least one more, maybe 2. I can probably make that work.
So
we go to turn 8.
Now we get an interesting thing here is if our subs, I am experiencing some weirdness. They're stuck on here while they have these guys on top of, well, this guy, I don't have anybody on top of me now. So these 3 are going to roll
to find out
see if they come out.
If they come out. And they got to draw a 9 or a 10, which is in that
9
space.
Or a 10 on turn 8, correct. So do you want to draw for your one first?
Why don't we I'll just draw, but we'll go 1, 2.
That works.
3. Actually, I
3.
Put it on the escort, but you know what I meant.
I know what you meant. So first one, nope. Second one,
so my guy comes in, and he can come in.
Yes, and he's at the surface, so he can come in anywhere in this 5 dot range since he's on the surface.
So I'm going to come in right here.
At any depth.
Now, so because I don't actually know this, we're on the surface. On the surface.
I'm going to pull a card real quick and we'll reshuffle this deck.
Okay.
Notice for Convoy spot.
Yeah.
That we are daytime bad weather. So they have no chance when you're 2 hexes effectively or more.
Yeah. So, and what does periscope depth count as?
Their periscope will actually have a periscope.
Okay, I see. So basically, it's the same box, but you have to have a periscope.
Exactly. So in this weather, you're effectively in a situation of if you get within 1 of somebody, there's a chance
that they can spot
that he could see you.
And I could increase my odds of it not being seen if I go to periscope depth.
Correct.
For right now, I'm going to stay where I am because they can't spot me right now.
They can't spot you and you get to move more aggressively. So the question is, when you move, is that the facing you want out of your first move?
I was thinking so because, well, actually, no, now that I think about it, I think what I want to do is be this direction because then I can move I could move maybe to here.
Start getting some of those.
I'm trying to
get in the convoy.
Yeah, into there. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is go here because then I'll move here and then the convoy move, I won't be spotted. And then on the next turn, I can change facing and go to like periscope depth and just try to go.
So now there's that guy question. Does he come out?
No.
He does not.
All right, now everybody's most fun.
And he is going to... Actually, I take that. He's not moving because he rose 30.
Yeah.
And if you look over here at a type
may not.
If a type 9 changed its depth by 15 meters, if it changes its depth, it's not moving.
Right. And it can actually, the type 9s can only go up 15 at a time, so you can't even go up 30.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, they can only go up 15?
Yeah.
Whereas, yep, they can only go up 15, so it's going to take forever for him to get back
you
in
should
attack.
You should just stay at 120.
Oh, hell no. He's taking a shot at somebody.
Well, you should just stay at 120 and repair for a while. But it's true. I guess you could just leave your torpedo tubes the way they are. You're so aggressive. Okay.
Get up to the top, take one shot, and run away. It's probably nuts.
You'd have made a much better U-boat captain in real life than me, because even in a cardboard game, I'm like, I'm out of here. Forget this.
But I am staying here only because he's searching.
Yeah. That way, if he finds you, yeah.
Actually, no, I'm going up because he's got one turn. Yeah. I got one turn to go down.
Yeah. All right. So now we're on to, so we've moved. Basically, this guy moved. I'm on the map, and you're there.
Yep. He rose 15.
All right. So now,
now it's back to, now what's interesting is we are, because one sub is out on the map, we have this.
Oh, right.
The U-boat observation, which, do you want to explain that real quick?
Yeah. So U-boat movement is me moving on the map. All right. So basically, depending on whether it's bad weather and time of day, you can spot a certain number of hexes away. Now, the nice thing is what you've got is, if you just go into the right click and go into the menu and choose spot markers, it's going to put spot markers down for this U-boat that I clicked on. So basically, I can spot every convoy ship inside of that. All right. Well, that was quite bad. But where we left off is I pulled a... So now you can just start clicking on these rows, and maybe you can actually help me here.
Yep.
For some reason, it's not working for me.
Try again.
Well, it's doing it just laggy.
I think I just found a bug, which is it gets in the wrong state with this button.
I think we saw that last time.
Now I know what happened, though.
Okay. So basically, we pulled everything inside of these spot markers. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift to ID markers. And now we can actually flip everybody inside of those ID markers, because these are guys that I got enough visibility that I can see what they are.
Couple biggies.
And then I'll click this remove spot. And I may just go straight down here, because this is looking like not a bad row right here.
I agree with you. Especially good. This has just been nuts.
All right.
So now it's TDC calculation, and your U-boat gets 2 TDCs.
And this, just a note, you can also pull blank Cs. So I think I'm going to put a TDC here. So I'm trying to remember how I do that. Oh, I pull TDC. Let's see. It's daytime, right? So I should think about pulling my electric torpedo. Right?
Correct.
So I'm going to pull TDC 4 on and put it on this large ship here. And then after I pull the TDC, I got to pull combat deck to figure out what it is.
Combat deck to figure out what it is. And so this one's got the daytime bad weather.
So it's a 0.
So ironically, it's better than daytime good weather.
So basically...
Now that was a 5. Yep.
What do you mean?
So it wasn't better than daytime good weather.
So then I go down here and pull a TDC marker, and I basically put a TDC marker 0 on this. Now I got 2 choices. I can either put a second TDC marker down on, like, say, this ship, or I could try to improve this TDC. And I think I'm going to try to improve that TDC.
All right.
Basically, I'm going to spend my second draw trying to get a better version of that. So I did.
You did.
I got a +1.
And that was because of that crew enhancement you bought.
Yeah, that was because you can either draw 2. You can draw 2 basically And you can either put them on separate ships. But I'm thinking I'll get in here and try to sink this ship before I start to look at this 3 row is what I'm kind of thinking.
Yep.
Because this guy is 7,000 tons, but he's still only 3 VPs. So.
Yep. Well, you could literally get a forward torpedo and an aft torpedo and then slide down here and be able to take a double shot too. Remember.
True. Well, we'll see if I can get that lined up. Seems unlikely at this point since I'm pointing in this direction.
You just got to move 2 and then turn your facing.
Oh, I could actually, you're right. I could just get a TDC here from.
I'm thinking a rear,
but these
a stern TDC, and you could literally get a forward TDC, a stern, and
wait. But I'm gonna be facing this direction. How am I gonna get a stern on him? Oh, you're talking about.
I think you can draw the TDCs aren't determined. You just draw TDCs right now.
Oh, okay.
You can do it for any.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on since we're a little pressed for time. We can worry about that next turn.
So that's your TDC. Now we actually have 2 of these on this turn. So the approach map is for these guys is the same as we had before. Nobody's on the escort track. I think we're just drawing to see if we're gonna on the approach map. Do any of these guys get somebody? So he's okay. So
it's only the guy.
They're all okay.
Yeah, because it's just from where I just exited.
Yep. So now we should draw. In theory, we're supposed to tackle these guys
next.
Oh, actually, this guy. I'm sorry. He's in the patrol. He just goes away. He goes back here. Because we drew, right? We drew nothing.
I'm trying.
It's number 5 for this.
So
that was the nothing. He was in the patrol.
Oh, right. Nothing. He goes back to that. Yes, correct. Okay. But now it's this guy.
He is being searched. So this is down to this. Already has contact. So now you're drawing.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to lost contact 2. But I'm not going to get to lost contact 2.
So he's back to homing.
So I'm going to be sunk this. Well, actually, my next thing is to find out if he's going to depth charge me.
Correct.
Yeah.
He does.
So I'm sunk.
The odds are high. So he's got 6 draws. And it is contact at 90 meters. Did you not?
Yeah,
you're at 60.
Yeah, I should be at 90. I completely forgot to move him, so I should be at 90. It doesn't really matter, but light damage. 1 flooding.
Sunk.
Woohoo! So how do I mark that guy as sunk?
So W, we go up to this patrol.
One second.
I
had to sneeze. Sorry. Go ahead. So we go up here.
You go up here and pick state 9 instead.
So he's sunk. We probably lose some VPs later for that, but okay.
I don't know if we might. I don't remember.
I think we do.
That's a bad first patrol, by the way.
And I take him off the board. Ooh. I can just get rid of him. Is there like a sunker?
Yeah, he should just off the board. Come back down here. He's.
And then this guy just stays up there.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna draw 6 damage results on 6 depth charges, I think that's what's gonna happen.
Probably.
All right.
Convoy movement. Now, convoy movement. No. Yes. Sorry. Attack map, ASW.
Oh.
Which is effectively the same, but we're only looking, you got to draw again. We're only looking at these top 4 boxes because it's now the quadrants.
So my guy's in this quadrant, so there's nothing.
Correct.
So this guy is in this top left quadrant.
So nobody is searching for him.
All right. Thank God. Now convoy movement.
Yep. Now it's convoy movement. So
now the cool thing, the cool thing in this game is that, like, rather than moving the convoy, you just move everything on the map. And with a slow convoy, it's 1 box per turn, right?
Yep, correct.
So now
with a fast convoy.
So now he's within 2 of this guy. So once he gets within 1, he's going to be visible, right?
Correct.
Okay. So next turn, I'm probably going to periscope depth.
Then you can't move 2, but that's okay because you can move to periscope depth and you can keep sliding over and get here and still turn around by the time.
Yeah.
I mean, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 moves. You'd be 1 to move here, 2 to move here. A third one, you flip around and get the stern.
Yeah, we'll worry about that in future turns. Torpedo reload. There's none of that. There's no U-boat.
You're not going to attack?
I don't think
I'm going to do
right
some
now.
damage control.
Yeah, you're going to do. I don't think I'm going to attack yet. That seems too far away. So you're going to.
I'm trying to damage, or I'm trying to repair. I'm going to start out with the. It doesn't hurt me with being medium damage, but I still think I'm going to try to get that to light damage with my -1er. So it is. Now I'm going to try to take damage off torpedo 1, actually.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm going to try and do it again. Yes. So he's down to light damage.
All right. You're getting yourself back in the fight. Your biggest problem is going to be getting to the surface.
That's by the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
All these guys should have moved down 1.
They should have all moved down. Well, both of them.
Would this guy move, or that doesn't really matter?
It doesn't matter because he's going to the patrol. Well, actually, good question. Where does he go if he sunk you?
I don't know. If U-boat sunk, move to patrol box. It's right there.
Oh, yep. So he's on the patrol box. Bastard. Notice I didn't. If a U-boat is sunk on the approach map, you can replace them.
Yeah. Okie doke.
So that is the damage control. So now it is and that's not the end of patrol. So that is turn
7.
I'm going to place a note card just so we remember to pick it up turn 9.
Yep.